Welcome, Ben Crypto, seventh episode. What will we be talking about today? Today we will be talking about Charlie Munger and his latest verbal assault on Bitcoin. We're talking about Moon Carl and his disastrous visit to a Bugatti dealership in Dubai. We're talking about North Korea and a hilarious job interview one of their hackers may have had with an Ethereum developer. Lastly, we'll be covering all the latest price action and coin updates. So sit back, hit the like and subscribe button, and let's begin. Bitcoin, it's up to down 1%. Pretty normal weekend behavior. Usually remains flat or goes down slightly. Some interesting studies have come out here. Will come out. Technical analyst BTC whale holdings are at a high since September of last year. So this should be bullish. Whales are not selling. They're not trading into altcoins either. They're just holding. What else? Net flows from exchanges are at an all-time low right now. They're negative, so this means much more money is coming out of exchanges than going in. See, every day it's the net BTC flow is negative. Yesterday, it's negative the day before. It's negative the day before that. It's negative the day before that. So money is leaving exchanges. Investor whales are just not trading basically, so they should be bullish, but who knows? What else has come out? The estimated leverage ratio is at a high right now. So this could go in either direction. The leverage ratio is the ratio of open interest to reserves on exchanges. So when it's at a high, it means that there's not a lot of money sitting on exchanges. The reserves are low. This is in line with what we just discussed, that whales are basically holding. The leverage ratio being high does mean that volatile price movements could happen in each direction, because it means when prices start moving slightly in one direction, some of the longs or shorts who have leverage are going to be liquidated very quickly, and then price movement is going to accelerate in that direction. So the fact that the markets are going down slightly right now means this could be bearish, but it's really too tough to tell. Well, Charlie Munger is back at it with his annual verbal assault of Bitcoin. The annual Berkshire Hathaway shareholders conference. Every year it's like this. It's just a new attempt or a new, opportunity for Charlie Munger to take the mic and just start bashing Bitcoin and a bunch of other things. It's kind of a stand-up comedy show at this point, but it's basically just the usual stuff here. Bitcoin is stupid and evil. Warren Buffett was a little more diplomatic, but he's used this argument before. And, BTC doesn't produce anything, criticized the passive nature of Bitcoin. It's not like investing in farmland where they actually produce something like crops. Again, we've been hearing these arguments every year for years and years. In this video, Warren Buffett even kind of looks sort of tired talking about Bitcoin here. He just knows he's going to be getting so many questions about it every year at the shareholders meeting. Elon Musk chimes in here, marks on how much Buffett says in Bitcoin in the video. Then he went after Robinhood, actually. So I guess here, the controversy here is basically a lot of people think that Robinhood makes money off of commissions. The reality is that they actually don't charge commissions for the trades. If they did, then that would be sort of a conflict of interest. They'd be incentivized to have traders trade as much as possible, regardless of which direction the market goes in. But that's actually not how it works. What they do, they make their money. What they do is first they pay brokers or market makers to direct their clients' trades to Robinhood. And since the brokers are like professional traders themselves, basically, then they get a better bid-ask spread than normal. And in the money that the brokers save on that bid-ask spread being better than normal, then they split part of that savings with Robinhood. So they send Robinhood the difference in the savings of the bid-ask spread that they get. So it's not commission-based trading. It's just called payment for order flow. Nonetheless, Robinhood has not had a good year. Their stock is down 72% from the price when they when they started trading that IPO about a year ago. They're down about 88% from their high over the last year. As we all know, Robinhood, they kind of benefited just from the pandemic. A lot of people were stuck at home. They were bored. They got into trading. A lot of retail traders had excess money because you couldn't travel during the pandemic. So all those factors sort of combined to make Robinhood an exceptionally good pandemic. And then additionally, crypto markets had started to go up then, just because they had been sort of flat the last 2 years, so they were just sort of due to kind of go up, and then retail traders from Robinhood getting into it, that caused crypto to go up even more. And it was just a whole host of things that led to retail traders being really into it during the pandemic, stocks going up, crypto going up, and I think we're just kind of seeing a natural sort of pullback in the markets just due to them heating up probably more than they should have during the pandemic. Moving on, Moon Carl. He did not have a good experience at a Bugatti dealership in Dubai over the weekend. If you know Moon Carl, he's a crypto influencer. He's worth about $100 million. His marketing shtick is basically he's an everyday normal guy, an unassuming guy who made 100 million on Bitcoin, and that unfortunately did. Whereas that's great for crypto and marketing, it did not really work in the Bugatti dealership because they didn't know who he was. They also did not like the camera guy being there filming Moon Carl's experience in the Bugatti. They didn't like Moon Carl touching the cars. They definitely didn't want Moon Carl getting in a car and test drive. And as they said, he'd have to pay a deposit and they'd have to have proof verification of who he was and that he had money. Eventually, they just kicked him out of there. But Moon Carl took his business elsewhere. He bought his Bugatti from another Bugatti dealership in Dubai. And, being the savvy marketer he is, the video of him getting kicked out, 30 million views on TikTok. Sure, he's doing just fine, Moon Carl. Moving on, Sleep Future. I covered this one last week. They have announced their exchange listing date. It's going to be Thursday, May 5th. They're listing on Bitmarts, and that's in addition to Bit4X. Good things there. I will keep everyone posted on how they do when they get listed on Thursday. Sticking in the sleep to earn theme, he's a weed coin here, Weed Lab 2. Utility coin aimed at becoming the #1 token for the stoner, joining the psychedelic trip to the moon. So the weed coins are attempting to make a comeback these days. There were a bunch of them in like 2017, 2018. They did not do terribly well. Crypto, it might have just been too sort of opposite of a partnership. Who knows? But now they're kind of market's a little slower. People are lower energy. Maybe they're in more of a stoner mood these days. Maybe the weed coins will take off. Tough to say. Reader DAO, I covered this one on Friday. It got listed yesterday. It's doing pretty well. It's at 30 cents here. The public sale price last week was around 25 cents a token, I calculated, given that they sold $20 million worth of tokens and about 80 million individual REIT tokens were sold. I think it was about a quarter. So all the public sale traders have made some money off this. And it's down a little bit from when it launched 24 hours ago, 60 cents. It would have been a ton of profit if you bought and sold right there. But I think it has leveled off here. So this is definitely a long-term project. So I will be keeping tabs on that one, be updating everyone on the price movements. Lastly, a very sort of funny and interesting story. A North Korean hacker might have had a job interview with an Ethereum project. It's made the rounds on Twitter yesterday, and it's kind of some media people are starting to pick up on it. It's a very intriguing story. It's this guy, John Wu. He works for an Ethereum layer 2 protocol called Aztec Solution. He's looking for a Solidity engineer, and then this guy responded to his ad, Bobby Sierra, Solidity engineer from Ontario. He knows English and some Chinese. I guess his cover letter and resume were okay, a little fluffy, a little vague. Like Bobby Sierra's 3 side NFT projects, Board Bunnies, Panther Swap, Metaverse DAO, a little odd. They have nothing to do with each other, but whatever. Also, Bobby Sierra, 12 commits on GitHub. That's a little bit lower than you'd expect normally, but not a total disqualifier. Still, 6 years of Solidity program experience. That's like the holy grail for Ethereum. So that got him the interview. So here's where it gets creepy. They were doing a Zoom interview. So when the interview starts, the hacker guy, Bobby Sierra, his camera is completely off. So Ethereum guy is talking to hacker guy. The hacker guy is just a voice in black. Kind of creepy. Not to mention there's at least 5 people talking loudly in the background of the interview, whatever room the hacker guy was in. So they were speaking a mix of Korean and English. anyways, so the interview went on. This wasn't a total disqualifier at that point. So the Ethereum guy starts, so Bobby, tell me about yourself. I experienced blockchain development, production, developed tokens, made a successful project, very success, experienced blockchain, excellent result. Okay, kind of broken English here. I guess there's some Korean slang. That's why the Ethereum guy thinks he might be Korean. Regardless, the interview goes on. Ethereum guy asks him about a company he used to work for, a techie. He asks where is a techie? Hacker guy says German company or French. I don't know. What a lot. Ethereum guy asks, okay, well, before that, you used to work at F2 Pool. Can you tell me about F2 Pool? Yeah, can you wait? Now, here's what gets really weird. Hacker guy then puts Ethereum guy on hold. So not vice versa. Usually the interviewer will then leave the room for 5 minutes and get somebody new. And no, the guy being interviewed, the hacker guy, he leaves the room, puts it on mute for a full 5 minutes. And when he comes back, I guess some other guy who's pretending to be him, the hacker guy got his buddy, attempts to continue the interview. Yes, Bobby, I am back. I am experienced blockchain developer. I want a job, new job, very experienced, bring value to the company. I want engineered blah. So at this point, Ethereum guy is a little spooked. He just cut the interview short right there. So he thinks that maybe the hacker guy was sent some malware with the resume document. Maybe the hacker guy wanted to share a screen during the interview and try to get an Ethereum guy's MetaMask wallet. Who knows? It kind of sounded like if this was a hacker to me, the hacker just wanted to get a job at the company and infiltrate the company. And, if you're an employee, get access to the wallets, boom, just drain everything. Who knows? Nonetheless, if this was a hack, North Korea, another hacking organization, their efforts were. This sounds like it was maybe their first attempt at actually getting a job interview to use this strategy. So their, efforts are sort of in the beginning stages. This was not exactly an advanced attempt here. So that's the good news. But if you're in the HR department of a coin, be on the lookout for this here. Oh, that's it. Thanks for joining. I will be back tomorrow with another video. Later.